everyone, my name is Hannah and welcome to another video. Today we are going to be doing a reading vlog. I have quite a few things on the agenda, so let's start with the book. I am almost done with Confessions of a Shopaholic by Sophie Kinsella. When I did my April TBR, I thought this was the same plot as the movie just from glancing at the back, but no, it's pretty different. This is about Rebecca Bloomwood, who already works at Successful Savings, a financial magazine, and she is in a lot of debt from shopping. She does try to pursue other careers, but it is mainly focused on her trying to figure out how to get out of debt and the hilarious things that she does and gets into. So I still really enjoy it, even though it's pretty different than the movie, but the character is very much the same hilarious character. So we are almost done with that. And then next I'm gonna read The Wishing Game by Meg Schaefer. So this is a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory inspired book, but instead of a candy factory, it's to compete for a book. I hope that tells you everything you need to know about it. I'm gonna read this one after that one. I also have an order to make. So if you don't know, I do have a small business called Pansy Posh on Etsy, and I mainly sell stickers, bookmarks, earrings, and rainbow macrame car accessories. I haven't really worked on the shop in a long time since I got my full-time job, but I'm hoping to actually do some designs today too. So that is also on the agenda. A big thing I'm doing is I am going to cat sit for my boyfriend who's out of town. So you will see my cat Holland. He is an angel. That is what we are doing today. Now, let's get into it. Okay, y'all, I finished Confessions of a Shopaholic. I'm glad, because I know that this isn't just one book, right? There's more than just the one Confessions of a Shopaholic. But I'm glad that this one didn't end on a weird cliffhanger where you're forced to read the next book, because I wasn't going to be that committed to this series. So I'm glad it did have a well-rounded ending that I enjoyed. I'm giving this one 3 stars. I enjoyed it. I started the wishing game. I didn't get too far into it, so I'm gonna keep rating that. Later, and I have finished The Wishing Game by Meg Schaefer. So I'm giving this book 3 stars because I felt like the game aspect of it wasn't the main focus, which is fine, but not really. It did focus more on her relationship with this boy she's trying to adopt, Christopher, which is super cute, and her relationship with this artist on the island. I really wanted it to be about the game. I don't know. I really wanted it to be more about the competition, thus the title. But that's just not what it focused on, and that's kind of where it lost me just a little bit. I really thought her relationships were really sweet. It's just kind of skipped over some of the game, and it just wasn't as important as what I thought it was going to be. So, interesting. 3 stars for this one. I also have some book mail, so I'm gonna go grab that. Okay, so I have 2 books. So we have Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. So it's about Fitz, who is a bastard son of a prince. He is the outcast of pretty much everyone in the royal court except for the king, who is training him in the arts of the assassin. And there are some raiders who are a threat to, the kingdom, and so Fitz kind of is gonna step up, and I believe there's magic involved. So this is a epic high fantasy book, and I'm positive it's adult. And I don't really read adult fantasy unless you do count Throne of Glass. But back in my day, these were young adults, so I'm not sure if it's the same. So this might be a little bit harder for me to read, but it's less than, okay, it's 430 pages. So yeah, I don't know. I got this at a secondhand bookshop, so you know, we shall see how it goes. And then the second one we get to unbox. Okay, so this is Spells for Forgetting by Adrienne Young. So it is about Emery, and her best friend is murdered, and her love of her life, it doesn't say boyfriend, August Salt, is accused of murdering her. And so she kind of lives this remote life far away, but then something changes, the magic she notices, and so she returns, and they just kind of have to rehash the past and figure out what happened. And I'm discovering that I am a fantasy thriller girl, and I'm not a romance girl, and I am done kidding myself, and we're just gonna dive headfirst into fantasy. So that is why I got this one. Okay, so I have actually read 3 out of 8 of what I put as my TBR for April. I already know I'm not going to get to one of them, which is the Stephen King 11/22/63, because I was listening to it on audio on Spotify and my hours ran out, so that's off the list. I could read Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. Okay, it kind of has a vague premise, but essentially Emily Wilde is she a professor? She's a researcher of fairies. And she goes to this town and continues her study, and there is this like rival academic person dude who has a bit of a mystery surrounding him. Yeah, I'm assuming there's romance, there's a little bit of magic, obviously. It's gonna be a good spring book, I'm assuming. Yeah, and it's less than 400 pages, so I think I want to read this one next, which I'm surprised. I thought I would want to read a thriller, but let's just keep going with the fantasy books, I guess. That's pretty much all the updates I have. Let's get to reading. Okay, it has been a while. I still have not finished Emily Wilde's, but I am going to finish this vlog here. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.